only to realize his kind are the stuff of divine nightmares. Sci-fi fantasy queen executor Sci-Fi Realm slammed her claw-tipped hand on the obsidian table. Bind the treaty to the marriage contract. Now. High Advisor Ve Toleran's mandibles clicked in approval. He scrolled holographic clauses across the chamber's central display. Courtiers shifted in their alcoves, iridescent scales flickering under the dim glow lamps. The air hummed with data streams. Savi's compound eyes fixed on the projection. This union sealed the fragile peace with humanity's coalition. Her queendom needed their shipyards. They craved her empire's hyperlane codes. Marriage made betrayal costly. Clause 17, the human consort binds personally. Ve read aloud. Dissolution voids all terms. Captain Erix Juno, her security commander, stiffened at Savi's side. My queen, the gauntlet protocols remain, even for him? Savi nodded once. Especially for him, no exceptions. The chamber doors hissed open. Envoy militant Karos Ven strode in from the rival delegation's wing, his armored crest rattling. A bold gambit executor. Humans breed unpredictably. What if he rejects the bond? Savi's tail flicked dismissal. He won't. Jonah Kincaid signed the prelims.
He arrives within the cycle. They sealed the contract with a neural stamp.
Done. Transmit to the human shuttle. Alarms trilled softly. Erix tapped her wrist cum. Shuttle docking. Human envoy inbound. No escort requested. Savi rose. Escort him to the Gauntlet Hall. Observe only. The Gauntlet Hall stretched a kilometer under vaulted crystal. Hollow emitters lined the walls, ready to project the palace's ancient trials. Venom mists, gravity shears. Predator auras, no one crossed unassisted, not even her consorts. Savi watched from the overlook balcony. Jonah Kincaid emerged from the lift alone, tall, broad-shouldered, skin pale under the harsh lights. No armor, just a plain tunic and trousers. He carried a data slate. Med drones buzzed forward, injectors gleaming. Consort designate, one intoned. Ceremonial sedation ensures safe passage. Standard for off-worlders. Jonah stopped. He scanned the drones, then the hall. No thanks, I'll walk. The lead drone hovered insistent. Protocol mandates neural dampeners. Predator simulations induce panic in 98% of subjects. He shrugged. Simulations? Seen worse on a Tuesday. Jonah stepped past them. Savi leaned forward. Her chromatophores pulsed surprise. Humans accepted sedation, always.
He's bypassing security. Order restraint? Watch, Savi said.
Jonah advanced. The first emitter activated. Mist vents hissed neurotoxin haze, calibrated to paralyze alien nerves. He coughed once. Kept walking. Wiped his eyes. Spicy. Second emitter. Gravity flux rippled the floor. Tiles buckled, slamming upward at 5 Gs. Jonah braced, bent his knees, pushed through like wading mud, grunted, emerged sweating, but steady. Ve joined them on the balcony. His smile frills quivered. Unprecedented. Shall I trigger the aura corridor? Savi signaled yes. She needed data. Was this luck or baseline human? The corridor ahead shimmered. Emitters projected a predator aura. Holographic pack hunters from her world's deep jungles, claws raking air. Roars synced to infrasound. Thrumming bones. Centimeters blasted musk and blood. Any lesser species froze. Prey instinct triggered shutdown. Jonah halted at the threshold, scanned the projections. His pulse, monitored via floor sensors, ticked up 5 beats. Then he matched pace, stepped in sync with the lead hunter's prowl, mirrored its head tilt. The holopack circled, claws slashed inches from his face. He didn't flinch, dodged left, pivoted right, kept eyes forward. Sayevi's claws dug into the rail. Her own instincts prickled. That corridor felled warriors. He treated it like a drill. Halfway through, a emitter glitched. Real claw swipe, not hollow. Jonah twisted, caught the edge on his forearm. Blood welled. He punched the emitter. Sparks flew. Pack dissolved. He finished the gauntlet, bled on her flawless floor, nodded to the exit guards. Clear. Erix's vents whistled shock.
He impressed.
Outside protocols. They chuckled low. Your human walks Death World gauntlets as routine. Charming. Saevi silenced them with a glare. Escort him to the signing chamber. Irix, scan for tampering. The signing chamber gleamed sterile. Central plinth held the treaty hologram. Jonah waited, arm bandaged by his own field kit, no complaint. Sci-Fi entered alone. Protocol demanded intimacy for the bond seal. Consort Kincaid, you refused aids. He met her gaze, calm. No deference. Sedation dulls judgment. Gauntlet was a test. Passed it clean. Her mandibles parted slight. Many fail. You adapted. Training. He tapped his slate. One demand before signing. Plain language clause. Protect civilians, both sides. No proxy wars. No blockades starving worlds. Enforceable by joint tribunal. Sci-Fi's tail coiled. Bold. Her drafters buried such terms in legalese. Why? Treaty already limits escalation. He leaned in. Voice steady. Words twist. Plain means no excuses. My people die in gray zones. Yours too, if Karos pushes his war faction. She stiffened. How did he know of Karos? Intel leak. They intruded via comm. Executor. Rival delegates gather outside. Ven requests audience. Sci-Fi eyed Jonah, stubborn human. Saw her palace horrors as normal. Yet proposed mercy clauses her own court dodged. Accepted, she said. Add the clause. His mouth quirked. A smile, good. Let's seal it. Neural prods extended from the plinth. She pressed first. Sharp link burned. Her empire's codes flowed to him. He pressed second. No wince. Bond, locked. Alarms blared. Irix burst in. Breach. Foreign agent in the vents. Sabotage charge on the hyperlane core. Sci-Fi whirled. Jonah already moved. Grabbed a guard's pulse rifle. Where? Sub-level 3? Irix snapped. He tossed her the slate. Clause autofiles if I don't return. Bolted for the access hatch. Sci-Fi stared. Her consort charged into live fire. Treated assassination like overtime. Vey appeared in the doorway. Frills smug. Chaos tests the bond, my queen. Shall we intervene? She ignored him. Raced after Jonah. This human wasn't a trophy. He was a weapon. And Karos Ven just armed him against her court. Captain Irix Juno slammed the hatch shut behind Jonah Kincaid, sealing the sub-level corridor. Pulse rifle hummed in his grip. Human. Protocol demands proximity lock. You charge alone again, and the treaty unravels. Jonah wiped sweat from his brow. Sabotage charge neutralized at his feet. Wires snipped with a scavenged multi-tool. No blast. No war trigger. He straightened, calm as if fixing a jammed door. Saved your core. Now what? Irix's frills flared. Imprinting incidents plagued royal consorts. Psychological bonds formed too fast under stress, turning diplomats into puppets. Humans defied scans. Unpredictable neurochemistry. Royal edict. You stay within 5 meters of 2 guards at all times. No solo runs. Vents. Sealed to you. Jonah's eyes narrowed. Stubborn jaw set. Fine. But rewrite your route first. He tapped the slate Irix tossed earlier. Security overlay flickered. Jonah dragged icons, erasing blind corners, rerouting patrols past choke points. Here. Elevators bypassed. Drones on overwatch. Your models got gaps a child could exploit. Irix scanned the changes. Efficient. Brutal. Jonah treated palace defense like backyard fencing. Approved for testing. He signaled his squad. Drill. Alpha. Now. Guards melted into shadows. Simulated ambush primed. Stun nets. Flashbangs. Locked bulkheads. Standard protocol. Irix watched from command perch. Jonah in the central corridor below. Human walked steady, no scan gear, just eyes and hands. First net launched, silent from ceiling vents. Jonah sidestepped, snatched a loose panel grate mid-fall, whipped it like a shield. Net. Tangled harmless. Flashbang popped next. He rolled. Grabbed a guard's discarded boot. Improvised plug for the vent exhaust. Smoke choked the trap. Bulkheads groaned shut. Jonah kicked a service grate, crawled under, emerged behind ambushers, disarmed 2 stunners with a belt buckle twisted into a pry tool. Third guard lunged. Jonah sidestepped, tripped him into his own net. 30 seconds. Drill over. Jonah dusted hands. Clear. Irix dropped from perch. Squad regrouped. frills limp in defeat. How? No gear, no panic. Jonah shrugged. Trucks back home. Tools everywhere. You plan fancy, I improvise. He nodded at the rerouted map. Your route fixes the rest. Irix's scales itched. Threat models shattered. Humans didn't flinch, turned chaos into chores. Proximity holds. Report to quarters. He escorted Jonah topside, guards flanking tight. Palace hummed with rival delegates milling outside Treaty Hall. Karos Ven's banner loomed. War faction eyes hungry. Talren waited in the antechamber, smile oily. Captain, the consort performs, or does he crack? Irix ignored him. Jonah scanned the room, noted the vents, now sealed per his map. Smart, executor awaits, Irix said. Led Jonah to Savi's throne vault. Savi Ral paced, neural bond fresh on her temple, fresh scars from the charge's near miss. Report, Irix saluted. Breach contained. Human neutralized it solo. Hesitation. Admit the drill? Imposed proximity lock. He rewrote patrols, removed vulnerabilities. Savi's gaze sharpened on Jonah. Demonstrate? Jonah met her eyes. No bow. Done. Your security's solid now, if followed. Irix projected the drill holovid, frames blurred, great shield, boot plug, buckle pry. Savi's frills stilled. Ordinary tools, ordinary calm. Breaks models, Irix said, voice low. Stays composed, turns protocol inside out. Karos's agents won't expect it. Vey chuckled from the side. Or perhaps he invites chaos. Test the bond further? Jonah turned. Your hardliners venting saboteurs. I fixed one. Who's next? Sayavi silenced Vey with a glare. Captain, integrate his route palace-wide. Proximity enforced. To Jonah. You wed for peace. Now guard it. Jonah nodded. Mutual. He stepped closer. Within the 5-meter bubble. Guards tensed. He ignored them, eyes on Savi. Heat rose in the vault. Bond tugged faint, unbidden. Irix noted it. Imprinting risk spiked. But Jonah pulled back first, controlled. Human normalcy defied scans again. Alarms pinged, low priority. Outer delegation stirring. Karos Vin demanded entry. Irix checked slate. Jonah's new route flagged a tail. Unmarked drone in service tunnels. Intruder vector, Irix snapped. Sub-level 2. Jonah grabbed a guard's multi-tool. On it. No. Irix blocked. Proximity rule ironclad. Sayavi waved. Together. Show me this normal. They bolted. Irix leading. Jonah at flank, rewriting threats on the fly. Vey's smile faded in the corridor behind. Palace shifted. Human consort, no trophy. Catalyst. Irix gripped rifle tighter. Jonah hummed a tune. Earthwork song. As they dropped hatches. Drill was safe. Reality wasn't. And this human treated both like Tuesday. Deeper in tunnels. Drone. Word. Armed. Karos's mark. Irix raised weapon. Jonah waved him down. Watch. He tossed a loose conduit cap. Clanged perfect. Drone spun, exposed underbelly. One shot from Irix. Wreckage sparked. See? Jonah said. Improvised. Irix stared at the debris. Models. Obsolete. Human stayed humble. Dead calm. Obsolete too. Savi's voice crackled calms. Status? Neutralized. Irix reported. His way. Silence. Then, good. Vey calls council. Karos escalates. Irix holstered. Jonah already mapped next blind spot. Rivals prowled. Treaty fragile. But this consort. He made war look optional. Proximity lock felt like a leash. On the wrong species. Vents hissed ahead. Another shadow. Irix signaled squad. Jonah grinned faint. Round 2? They charged. Human led the improv. Irix followed procedure. Smarter now.
Sayavi slammed the chamber doors open. Guards snapped to attention.
The grand hall thrummed with rival envoys, their robes whispering like knives. Seats, she commanded. Captain Irix positioned Jonah at her right. Prime visibility. The human consort slid into the carved throne, calm as stone, no flinch under Karos Ven's glare. High Advisor Talren bowed low. Queen, executor, treaty ready for seal. Sayavi nodded. Holoscreens flickered alive. The document sprawled. Borders redrawn, fleets demilitarized, her queendom's core intact. Karos's delegation clustered opposite, envoy militant Ven front and center. His scales gleamed aggression red. "Proceed," Savi said. Vey intoned the preamble. Drones hummed, broadcasting to every allied world. Jonah shifted beside her. "Subtle scan of exits," she noted. "Useful after the tunnels." Karos rose. "Objection. Clause 47 invokes the sovereignty waiver." Gasps rippled. Savi's crest flared. That clause, buried relic from old wars, triggered only by proven duress on the signatory. Karos smiled fangs. "Scans confirm intruder drones bear your palace codes, Queen Executor. Duress proven. Sovereignty waived. My delegation assumes interim control, per treaty law." The hall froze. Vey's eyes widened fractionally. Irix's hand twitched to his sidearm. Sayavi gripped her throne arms. "Impossible. Those drones." Karos's mark. Jonah proved it. "But codes forged? Your evidence?" Savi demanded. Karos waved a data slate. "Irrefutable."
"Sign now, or War Council convenes."
Delegates murmured. Her queendom, stolen in one breath. Politics weaponized the treaty itself. Jonah leaned forward, his voice cut clean, no accent marring the trade tongue. "Hold." All eyes snapped to him. Karos sneered. "The consort speaks, irrelevant." Jonah stood, unhurried. "Read it back. Clause by clause, public feed, full audit trail." Vey blinked. "Unnecessary. Standard?" "No." Jonah's tone brooked no debate. He tapped his own slate, linked to Earth Embassy feeds. Or I walk treaty voids. Sevi's pulse spiked. Bold. Humans didn't bluff. They escalated quietly. Karos laughed. "You command nothing, mammal. Try me." Jonah met his gaze. "Your snare's sloppy. Audit exposes forgeries." Irix stepped forward, rifle low ready. Sayavi waved him still. Curiosity burned. This human treated galactic brinkmanship like a market dispute. "Indulge him," she said. "Test the variable." Vey activated the full readback. Hollow scrolled slow. Preamble. Borders. Fleets. Clause 47 loomed. "Intruder confirmation requires tripartite verification," the auto voice droned. "Source codes, origin logs, witness seals." Karos's scales paled. "Skip to waiver." "Denied," Jonah said. "Continue." Logs unspooled. Palace codes flashed. Then diverged. Karos's ship signature bled through. Forged overlay, sloppy quantum hash. "Objection," Karos snarled. "Tampered." Jonah pulled his slate. Earth forensic mirror. Time-stamped. Matches. He tossed it to Irix. The captain scanned, nodded grim. "Confirmed," Irix reported. "Enemy vessel origin." The hull erupted. Karos's aides shifted, hands to concealed blades. Sayavi rose. "Sabotage proven." "Envoy Ven, you are hostile." Guards swarmed. Karos backed toward doors. "This insult demands..." "War?" Jonah finished. He blocked the exit casual-like. Multi-tool from tunnels still clipped to his belt. "Your drone said hi earlier." Vey's smile returned. Thinner. Savi seized the holopen. Corrected clause glowed. Waiver nullified. Penalties for forgery added. She signed with a flourish. Seals locked. "Treaty live." Delegates cheered, cautious. Karos spat. "You'll regret this, Queen." "Leave," Savi ordered, "before I invoke reprisal fleets." Irix hauled him out. Jonah resumed his seat. Sayavi studied him sidelong. Sweat beaded his brow. First sign of strain. Yet he dismantled a coup-like routine. "Well played," she murmured. He shrugged. "Just reading the fine print." "You okay?" Her crest flushed. No one asked her that. "The treaty holds, thanks to you." Vey approached, bowing. "Council next? Escalation protocols?" Sayavi eyed him. His chaos test failed. Adjourned. "Secure the palace." As envoys filed out, Jonah's hand brushed hers. Accidental? Intentional? Warmth. Lingered, alien to her scales. Politics tried to weaponize their union. He turned it to shield, but Karos's parting glare promised more. Forgery was probe. Next, Assassins in the marriage bed, Irix calmed. Perimeter breach. Sub-level 4, armed signatures. Jonah cracked knuckles. Round 3. Savy gripped his arm. Proximity rule be damned. Together. They bolted. Vay's footsteps echoed behind. Alley or shadow? Palace alarms wailed. Treaty signed, but war prowled closer. This human made her queendom feel invincible. Yet his calm hid depths. What else did Earth call normal? Deeper corridors beckoned. Shadows moved. Sayevy drew her blade. Jonah hummed that tune again. Work song. Defiant. Karos wouldn't stop. Neither would they. Captain Irix met them at the lift. Multiple hostiles. Vents compromised. Jonah scanned schematics on his slate. Flank left. Bottleneck here. He pointed. Blind spot, her maps missed. Sayevy nodded. Human eyes saw chaos as pattern. She followed. Queen no more. Partner now. Irix fired back precise. Jonah lobbed a stun grenade. Improvised from guard kit. 2 hostiles dropped twitching. Clear, Jonah said. Sayevy stared at the writhing forms. Karos's agents, marked with his sigil. Vay appeared behind. Impressive. Shall I summon reinforcements? She whirled. You knew of the breach? His smile. Testing resilience. For the treaty. Liar. Power broker unmasked. Arrest him. Savai commanded Irix. Vay bolted. Jonah pursued, faster than scales allowed. Tackled him clean against bulkhead. Got him, Jonah panted. Sayevy approached. Vay's eyes widened true fear. Queen mercy. Karos forced. Save it. She signaled guards. Interrogate. Jonah released him. Dust settled. Her hand found his again. Deliberate. You see through them. Practice, he said. Grinned faint. Farm boy roots. Snakes everywhere. Farm boy. Ordinary. Yet he toppled courts. Alarms quieted. Treaty secure. Marriage? No longer leverage. Bond. But Karos escaped custody. Comms buzzed. Rival fleet mobilizing. Savy pulled Jonah close. They come for war.
He nodded.
Then we end it. Your way. My tricks. Her crest warmed. Human normal. Brutal poetry. Politics broke on it. Council chamber loomed. Final stand. Vay's confession cracked open plots. More traitors nested. Jonah whispered. Ready? She squeezed his hand. With you? Always. Doors hissed open. Envoys waited. Wary. Savy entered. Jonah at side. Equals. Karos's hologram flickered. Live. War declared. Your human trickery ends. Sayevy smiled fangs. Come take it. Fleet's signature spiked. Battle joined. But Jonah already plotted counters. Earth style. Her queendom breathed. Love weaponized back. Jonah Kincaid pushed through the vaulted doors of the Grand Feast Hall, his boots echoing on polished obsidian floors. Scales rustled as every noble turned. Savy Rahl straightened on her throne dais, her crest flickering blue anticipation. The air hummed with spice vapors and low growls. Karos Ven's delegation lurked at the far tables, eyes like targeting arrays. Consort Jonah, heralded the chamberlain, voice booming from amplified vents. Join the dominance toasts. Prove your claim. Servers glided forward, crystal flutes foaming with fermented nectar. Tradition demanded it, each toast a veiled challenge, drinkers slamming vessels to shatter rival status. First to crack yielded ground. Jonah's turn loomed. Posture or perish in court eyes. He halted center floor, hands loose at sides. No bow, no flare, no. Gasps rippled. Vay Talren's smile froze mid-sip from the high table. Irix Juno gripped her sidearm, scanning for threats. Sayevy leaned forward, claws tapping armrest. Humans postured clumsily in sims. This one? Refusal insults the Queen Executor, snarled Lord Draven. A mid-tier noble with scarred frills. He rose, flute raised. Drink or bleed. Jonah met his gaze, calm as void space. Your ritual measures conquest.
Mine binds service. He pulled a thin cord from his tunic pocket, woven fiber, plain.
Earth oath band. In my culture we swear to protect, not dominate. Tie this with your queen, equals in duty. No shards, no submission. Murmurs swelled. Sci-Fi's pulse quickened. Control variables. She scripted every toast to bind Jonah as trophy consort, sealing the treaty without fracture. He rewrote it, bold. Reckless, Karos Ven barked laughter from his bench. He fears our fire. Test him, they murmured to Draven, voice silk over comms. Seovi caught the flicker, her advisor's hand signal. Stress test. Always. Jonah extended the cord. Servers parted. He climbed the dais unbidden, knelt one knee before her, not prostrate, eye level when she rose. Queen Seivi, I offer oath. Your peace, my shield. Service, not throne. Her frills heated. Protocol screamed halt. Court watched. She took the cord, tails coiling deliberate around his wrist, fibers bit scales soft. Accepted. Pull tight. Bond, sealed. Not dominance, partnership. Nobles shifted, uneasy. Cheers erupted forced. Flutes clinked, sands shatter. Servers poured anyway. Jonah drank deep, no wince. Human gut, forged casual. Draven slammed his table. Blade right, prove service with steel soft skin. He drew ceremonial dagger. Edge humming vibrafield. Tradition. Consort dueled challengers barehanded, or yielded prestige. Blood-sealed status. Karos nodded approval. His agent? Eric stepped forward. My queen. Security protocol. Stand down. Savvy snapped. Goal. Contain chaos. Sign treaty post-feast. Conflict brewed. Jonah rising already, no fear sent. Blade right accepted, Jonah said, but non-lethal terms. First strike to immobilize wins. No cuts. Yield on tap-out. Draven lunged laughing. Soft rules for soft prey. Savi's claws dug throne. Jonah dodged fluid. No warrior stance. Farm labor grace. Draven slashed high. Jonah dropped low, swept leg. Noble twisted midair, landed rolling. Crowd roared. Yield? Jonah asked. Hands open. Draven charged again. Vibra edge whistling. Jonah sidestepped. Caught wrist. Twisted. Not break. Pin. Blade hovered inch from throat. Tapped Draven's shoulder thrice. Human signal? Tap out, Jonah said. Firm. Draven froze. Pride ward. Blade dropped humming. Yield. Jonah released instant. Offered hand up. Draven took it. Stood. No humiliation. Noble nodded. Respect? Court recalibrated. Whispers. He changed right. One clean. They smile thinned. Karo scowled. Combing aides frantic. Seevi rose, pulled Jonah close. His warmth cut feast chill. You rewrite us. Teamwork, he murmured. Crest touch. Intimate. Irex exhaled. Holster easing. Procedures bypassed. Effective. Treaty holos flickered active on side screens. Signatures cued. But Vey sidled near. Flute refilled. Admirable, consort. Yet resilience tests continue. His eyes flicked Karos. Seevi signaled servers. Feast resumed. Tension coiled. Jonah at her side. Cord binding wrists under robes. Politics weaponized her marriage. He turned it shield. Draven approached dais, bowed deep. Consort. Train me that dodge? Jonah grinned. Start with footwork. Earth dirt teaches best. Laughter genuine now. Nobles clustered. Probing human, normal. Karos rose abrupt, stormed out. His delegation trailed, tails lashing. Irex calmed, tracking them. Perimeter breach possible. Seovi squeezed Jonah's hand, underestimated. Again. Ordinary human toppled rituals like asteroids. East peaked. Platters of sizzling flank beast, vapors curling. Jonah sampled cautious, nodded approval. Spicy. Like home. She sampled his offered earth ration bar, dense, sweet, fuel, efficient. Talk flowed, treaty clauses, border drifts. He clarified human law casual, no jargon. Envoys leaned in, Vey circled back, toast raised proper now. Two unions unbreakable. Seovi drank, watched him. Liar's smile, interrogation later. Jonah leaned to her ear. Your advisor probes weak points, like farm pests. She stifled hiss laugh.
You see scales deep.
Practice. His thumb traced cord. Heat bloomed. Captain Eric's patrolled edge, eyes on doors. A server stumbled. Tray clatter. She tackled him, vial spilling toxin, poison attempt. Chaos erupted. Guards swarmed. Jonah shoved Savi behind dais, body shield. Drew concealed stun rod. Human issue. Unregistered. Source? He barked at captive. Kados pays well. Server spat. Irix cuffed him. Confirmed. Foreign agent. Court froze. Treaty teetered. SciFi stood. Fangs bared. Expel Karos's delegation. Now. Envoys complied. Dragging resistors. Vey feigned shock. Outrageous. Jonah scanned vents. Calm. More incoming? Irix nodded. Alarms ping. He vaulted table, snatched serving pole, improvised staff, blocked dart from balcony. Shooter tumbled. Irix's shot dropping him. SciFi's heart thundered. Ordinary envoy. Catastrophe routine. Guards secured hall. Treaty hollows blinked. Sign now. She pulled Jonah forward. Witnesses, bind it. Stylus passed. Her mark. His. Equals. Cheers thundered true. But comms buzzed. Irix. Karos fleet shadows outer markers. Incident provoked. Politics struck. Love parried. Jonah met her eyes. We counter, together. Her crest flared red gold. Human normal. Brutal poetry. War loomed. They breathed as one. Vey slipped toward exit. SciFi signaled Irix silent. Trap set. Jonah whispered. Farm boy tricks. Ready? She nodded. Bond unbreakable. Rivals broke first. Fleet alerts spiked. Council summoned. Final stand. Flames roared from the supply bay doors. SciFi kicked them open. Heat blasting her scales. Smoke choked the corridor, acrid with chemical burn. Guards coughed behind her. Visors fogged. She scanned the wreckage. Crates splintered. Power conduits sparked. A datapad lay half-melted on the deck, its access log glowing faint. Queen Executor. Captain Irix pressed forward. Scanner raised. Perimeter breach. No external signatures. SciFi snatched the pad. Her claws tapped the screen. Internal codes flashed. High Advisor Vey's override key, used 30 minutes ago, during the signing, tampering. Her crest flattened, rage coiling, Vey. Testing her, always testing. Irix comm crackled. Multiple casualties, toxin dispersal confirmed. SciFi's fangs clicked. Karos's fleet loomed outside. One spark, war ignited. She straightened. Seal this bay. Evacuate Palace Core. Summon Vey. Guards dragged debris aside. Bodies slumped in the haze. Her elite felled by gas. The treaty ink barely dry, and rivals struck again. High Advisor Vey arrived minutes later, robes pristine. His smile gleamed under the emergency strobes. Majesty. A tragedy. Saboteurs, no doubt. SciFi thrust the pad at him. Your key. Explain. They blinked. Feigned scan. Compromised. Karos's agents forge well. Lies. She loomed closer, voice steel. You stress test my rule. This ends. His eyes flicked to the smoke. Protect the human first. Jonah Kincaid, prime suspect now. Off-worlder with access. SciFi paused. Jonah, her consort. The one who shielded her from poison darts. Vey pressed. Protocol 47. Isolate potential threats during crisis. Protective confinement. For his safety and ours. Guards shifted. Irix tensed. SciFi's mind raced. Isolate Jonah. Blame shifts. Vey's chaos controlled. Agreed. She signaled Irix. Confine him to guest quarters. Full guard. No contact. Irix saluted. Vanished into the smoke. SciFi turned back to Vey. Council convenes in 10. Your evidence, or your head. Vey's smile held. As you command. Smoke thickened. Alarms wailed. SciFi pushed toward the core halls, claws scraping bulkheads. Explosion timed perfect. Post-signing panic. Vey's play to fracture the treaty bond. A guard stumbled from side passage. Queen! Jonah. He's loose. SciFi whirled. Impossible. Doors locked. Protocol loophole. Human-sighted envoy rights. Demanded triage oversight. Her crest flared. Jonah. Again, she sprinted through corridors. Smoke stinging eyes. Shouts echoed ahead. Wounded groaned. The bay breach vented toxin into triage zones. Guards down, medics overwhelmed. SciFi burst into the chamber. Chaos reigned. Servitors hauled bodies. Gas masks hissed. Then she saw him. Jonah knelt amid the haze. No mask. He stripped wiring from a panel, jury-rigging vents. Smoke curled around his calm face. Guards parted for him, unconscious ones slung over shoulders. "Clear this sector," Jonah barked. Human voice cut through din. "Elevate heads, flush saline eyes." A medic hesitated. Jonah grabbed her arm. Guided injector. "Pulse here, stabilize." SciFi froze in the doorway. Toxin haze burned her throat, even filtered. Humans breathed it? No. He endured. Irix appeared at her side. He invoked Article 12. Diplomatic aid supersedes confinement during life threat. Loophole. SciFi's scales itched. Vay's trap sprung early. Jonah hefted a guard, twice his bulk, over one shoulder. Propped another against wall. No stumble. No cough. He waved medics forward. Next wave incoming. Seal hatches. A guard wheezed, claws clutching throat. Jonah dropped beside him, tore cloth strip, bound his tourniquet. Blood slowed. Guard's eyes cleared. SciFi stepped forward. Smoke parted. Jonah met her gaze. No fear. Just focus. Consort. Her voice cracked protocol. Confinement stands. He stood, wiped soot from hands. Lives first, treaty second. Thumb-hooked belt, farm tool, she recalled. Stubborn. Explosion aftershock rumbled. Bulkhead groaned. Toxin vents hissed wider. Jonah vaulted debris, grabbed a fallen beam, wedged hatch shut. Sparks flew. He ignored them. SciFi's hearts pounded, ordinary human. Palace burned. He walked fire. Irix drew weapon. Halt him? No. SciFi waved off, watched Jonah drag third guard through haze. Man's scales blistered. Jonah's hand stayed steady. Fear twisted her gut. Not of toxin, of him. What drove this? Catastrophe as routine. Vay's isolation failed. Jonah's normal shredded it. They calmed in. Majesty. Council ready? Humans secured? SciFi killed the link, watched Jonah organize lines, priority triage. Guards breathed easier. Medics followed his lead. She approached. Smoke swirled. His scent cut through. Sweat. Resolve. No fear pheromones. Jonah. She touched his arm. Scales met skin. Heat lingered. He turned. SciFi. Fleet status? Shadowing. Her crest quivered. Vay blames you, he snorted. Farm boys fix fences, not burn them. Eyes scanned vents. More toxin? She nodded. Fear deepened. Karos provoked. Vay maneuvered. But Jonah, he provoked nothing. Just acted. A rumble shook deck. Lights flickered. Secondary blast? Irix yelled. Vay collapsing. Evac now. Jonah shoved SciFi toward exit. You first. She resisted. Claws gripped his sleeve. Together. He nodded. Grabbed last guard. They ran. Smoke clawing. Fire nipping heels. Council chamber loomed ahead. Vay waited inside. Trap sprung, but Jonah breathed fire with her. Human normal. Her new variable. Uncontrollable. Alarm spiked. Kairos signal inbound. Incident demands response. SciFi bared fangs. Jonah's hand tightened on hers. Vay's game. Their counter. Council doors hissed open. Vay smiled within, but eyes widened. Saw soot streaked Jonah at her side. Advisor. SciFi entered. Jonah unyielding beside. Your key. Your chaos. Explain. Vay rose. The human. Confined. Loophole. Jonah dropped injured guard to medics. Lives saved. Talk. Guards flooded in. Irix sealed doors. SciFi faced Vay. Evidence pad ready. Fleet pings escalated. War horns? Jonah whispered. Farm tricks. Ready? Her crest burned gold. Fear shifted. To awe. Vay sweated. Majesty. She struck first. Arrest him. Chaos reignited, but this time, Jonah led charge. Human fire. Her forge. Karo's fleet surged closer. Treaty tested. Bond held. Vay's mask cracked. You underestimate. Jonah stepped forward. Calm fist clenched. No. You do.
Captain Eric's Juno shoved open the access hatch. Move, envoy.
Decoy corridor cleared 5 minutes ago. Jonah Kincaid ducked through, shoulders brushing the iridescent walls. His boots echoed soft on the grate floor. Eric's followed, pulse rifle sweeping corners. Palace schematics promised quiet here. No main flows, no eyes. A grate clanged underfoot. Jonah froze mid-step. Too late, walls hummed. Iris panels snapped shut fore and aft. Red strobes bathed the corridor in bloodlight. Force fields shimmered into solidity. Kill box engaged. Eric spun. Rifle up. Trap! Perimeter breach. Plasma bolt scorched past his crest. Singed scales. Assassin perched in overhead vent, cloaked armor flickering, masked face, Karos militant insignia half-hidden. Rival envoy's colors. Eric's fired. Bolt splashed harmless. Assassin dropped. Claws extended. Vibroblade whirring. Jonah lunged, grabbed Eric's harness, yanked him sideways. They slammed behind a bulkhead protrusion. Plasma chewed the grate where Eric stood seconds before. Eric's cursed. Procedures demanded alert ping. He thumbed comm. Security. Killbox Sector 7B. Dead air. Jammed. Assassin laughed. Low rasp through modulator. No calls, Captain. Queen Executor's pet human dies quiet. Jonah peeled off his envoy vest. Tossed it. Your bolt thrower. Specs? Eric blinked. Human asked mid-firefight. Standard pulse. Overcharge vents heat. Got it. Jonah snatched the sidearm from Irix's belt. No pause. He leaned out. Fired 3 bursts. Precise. Alien rifle barked in human hands. Assassin dodged 2. Third, grazed armor. Cloak failed. Figure tumbled from perch. Blade skittering. Irix rose to suppress. Jonah shoved him down. Stay. Pattern fire. Left vent exhaust. What? Erich scanned. Vent grill hummed hot. Assassin scrambled toward it. Jonah rolled opposite. Scooped fallen vibroblade. Through. Perfect arc. Blade pinned Assassin's glove to deck. Screech. Assassin thrashed. Pulled free. Charged. Jonah met him. No rifle now. Empty. Human sidestepped. Grabbed Assassin's arm mid-swing. Twisted. Joint popped. Used momentum. Slammed foe face first into wall panel. Armor cracked. Modulator shattered. Voice clear now. Male. Karos accent thick. Filth human. Jonah kneed ribs. Pinned arm behind. Wrenched other claw away from plasma pistol. Yield. Assassin bucked. Irix circled. Rifle trained. Protocols screamed lethal force. But Jonah held. Alive. Human locked elbow. Forced knee into spine. Assassin gasped. Claws scrabbled useless. Irix checked vents. Clear. Force fields held. Palace recorders active. Full scan. Red strobes doubled as holocams. Every twitch logged. Central AI captured all. Jonah leaned close. Voice calm. Low. Who sent you? Eek for record. Assassin spat blood. Karos justice. Human taint ends. Name the order. Jonah tightened hold. Pressure on neck joint. Assassin twitched. Erix watched. Human strength. Beyond scans. No cyber augments. Just muscle. Stubborn grip. Vey. High advisor signaled. Assassin hissed through Ven. Karos fleet waits. Kill the consort. Queen breaks. War. Jonah nodded. Didn't flinch. Proof? Assassin laughed wet. Comshard. Hidden belt pouch. Irix stepped forward. Rifle steady. Verify. Jonah shifted. Kept pin. Irix sliced pouch with claw. Shard gleamed. Encrypted burst signal. Palace decrypt pinged green. Vey's override code. Karos relay confirm. Live feed. Assassin's own voice. Target secured. Execute on cue. Erix's crest chilled. Treason chained to foreign blade. Relay to command deck. Priority Alpha. Calm. Crackled. Alive. Jam lifted. Captain Juno, report Killbox 7B. Assassin captured. Confession on record. Vey Talren complicit. Karos proxy. Send breach team. Guards affirmed. Force fields wind down. Jonah hauled Assassin up. Cuffed claws with Irix restraints. Shoved toward hatch. Walk, assassin snarled, but complied. Human eyes bored in. Unblinking, Irix fell in behind. Rifle trained. Heart raced. Procedures saved simulations. Jonah saved lives. They emerged into main hall. Medics swarmed. Seavi's guards sealed perimeter. Queen Executor strode from council antechamber. Crest flared blue. Alert. Your Grace. Irix saluted. Pad forward. Plot confirmed. Target's envoy Kincaid. Through him, Seavi's gaze locked Jonah. Soot still streaked his face from Bay Blast. New cuts wept red. Human shrugged, offered shard. Link to Vey and Karos Ven. Jonah's voice even. Farmboy tricks. Pinned him breathing. Farm? Irix frowned. Human worlds. Dirt agrarians. Yet this. Seavi took shard. Claws brushed Jonah's sword. Lingered. You act. Again. Jonah met her eyes. No bow. Job. High Advisor Vey rushed in. Flanked by loyalists. Smile fixed. Majesty. False alarm. Irix blocked. Advisor. Under arrest. Your code. Vey's eyes darted. Shard glowed accusation. Misread. Seavi silenced him. Cells. Now. Guards dragged Vey. He twisted. Human lies. Karos frames. Jonah stepped aside. Calm. Let Seavi lead. Irix watched. Queen gripped Jonah's arm. Pulled close. Not trophy. Partner. Fleet pings escalated. Karos Armada halted at system edge. Envoy Militant Ven's signal demanded audience. Incident clarified. Seavi bared fangs. They learn. Jonah whispered to her. Irix caught fragment. Together. Captain's console buzzed. Incoming intercept. Ven's voice. Proof of sabotage. Human consort provoked. Irix patched confession feed. Live. Silence. Then retreat ping. Irix lowered rifle. Protocols intact. But Jonah rewrote them. Human normal. Chaos control. Seavi turned to Jonah. Crest shifted gold. Council reconvenes. Your seat. He nodded, hand on her back. Steady. Irix followed. Trusted man overrules now. Alarms faded. New threat brewed. Palace shook. Fresh rumble. Not blast. Karos probe drone. Breach vector live. Jonah's eyes narrowed. Here we go. Seavi's claws tightened. Human fire kindled hers. Irix raised rifle. Ready. Procedures be damned. Doors to council sealed. Vey's loyalists rallied outside. Shouts echoed. Betrayal deepened. Ven's fleet held position. Waiting strike. Jonah scanned holomap. Weak point. Elevator shaft. Funnel them. Seavi nodded. Irix. Secure it. Captain moved. Human plan slotted perfect. Alien precision met human grit. They charged. Bond forged in killbox fire. But console flashed. New signal. Karos ultimatum. Surrender consort or burn. Seavi snarled. Jonah smiled faint. Their mistake. Irix gripped weapon. Underestimated. All of them. Council doors buckled. Assault began. Jonah drew sidearm. Let's talk terms. Force field flickered. Intruders poured. Human led. Queen flanked. Captain covered. War averted. Or ignited here. Vey's voice cut through comm hack. Fight, loyalists. For purity. Irix fired first. Jonah second. Seamless. Seavi struck third. Claws lethal. They held. Human normal. Her strength. Drone swarm inbound. Palace shields. Strained. Jonah yelled. Irix vent purge. Captain hit switch. Flames jetted. Drones vapor. Seavi stared. How? Farm silos. Jonah reloaded. Grain dust. Explosive. Alien tech bent human. Awe hit Irix hard. Fleet ping. Karos withdraw? No. Reinforcements. Ven broadcast. Witness the Queen's fall. Holos lit. Assassins feed looped but edited. Jonah killed Vey. Twist. Seavi roared. Counterfeed. Irix patched full confession. Palace arrays blasted truth, then faltered. Fleet peeled back. Silence fell. Jonah dusted hands. Normal day, Queen HFY Rawl slammed her claws on the grand dais. The open court gasped. High Advisor Vay Talren knelt in chains before her throne, his silken robes torn, smile cracked for the first time. Treason, she declared. Her voice echoed off crystal spires. Hollow screens replayed his comm-hack, his call to loyalists. The court nobles, envoys, guards watched in stunned silence. Vay lifted his head. Executor, I acted for the realm's purity. The human taints. Silence. Sci-Fi signaled Captain Erix Juno. The security commander yanked Vay's collar, forcing his face down. You stress-tested my rule. Invited chaos. Sold access to Karos Ven. Murmurs rippled. Vay's eyes darted. HFY leaned forward. Her mandibles clicked in controlled fury. Precision demanded justice now. No loose variables. You are stripped of title, authority, lands. She activated the neural seal. Vay's implant flared red, permanently locked. He convulsed, then slumped. Exile to the rim worlds. Depart by dawn. The court erupted in approval. Claws stamped floors. Erix hauled Vay away. HFY exhaled, one threat caged. But the doors groaned again. Envoy militant Karos Ven strode in, flanked by his armored delegation. His fleet loomed in orbit, per holofeed, rival hardliners from the outer hives. Queen Executor. Karos's voice boomed, mandibles flared wide. War arbitration, now. HFY's spine stiffened. He bypassed protocol, demanded her court as battlefield.
State your claim.
Karos pointed at Jonah Kincaid. The human stood beside her dais, sidearm holstered, posture relaxed, dust still clung to his envoy leathers, the consort assassin. Surrender him as asset, proof of your corruption, or face blockade. Gasps returned. Jonah's kill of Vay, edited feed, still poisoned feeds across systems. Karos played it masterfully. HFY's claws flexed. Jonah was no trophy, no asset, but the treaty teetered. Her realm needed peace, fragile, after Vay's sabotage. Jonah stepped forward, calm, stubborn. Ownership terms? Rejected. Karos laughed, a guttural rasp. Human chattel speaks. You slew a high advisor. Hive law claims you. Jonah met his gaze. No flinch. Hive law? Try Galactic Code, Joint Tribunal, shared enforcement. My delegation observes. Yours too, truth under neutral scan. The court buzzed. HFY blinked. Clever. He flipped the demand. Forced collaboration. Humans turned traps into bridges. Karos snarled. You dare propose? He dies here. Irix's guards raised pulse rifles. Tension crackled. HFY rose. Her shadow fell over all. No. Every eye locked on her. Jonah glanced her way. Faint smile. Trust in his eyes. Her chest tightened. Variables shifted. This human rewrote her equations. He is no asset. HFY extended a claw toward Jonah, pulled him close, publicly. Jonah Kincaid is my consort. By choice. Silence crushed the air. Then chaos. Nobles hissed. Karos roared. Blasphemy. Tribute denied. Chosen. HFY's voice cut steel. She activated the vow matrix. Golden light wove between them, binding oath etched in neural webs. Irreversible. Peace sealed. Treaty ratified. Dare object. Jonah's hand found hers. Warm. Steady. No hesitation. The matrix hummed approval. Her spines flushed violet. First time in cycles. Karos recoiled. This unites nothing. War Council. HFY projected the full counterfeed. Vay's confession looped. Drone purge. Palace hold. Jonah's farm silo trick. Grain dust flames baffling alien tech. Witness, your sabotage failed. Hollow screens blazed truth. Karos's delegation shifted. Whispers of doubt. His fleet pinged retreat signals. Jonah leaned in, voice low for her ears. Their hardliners crack under facts, like Vay. HFY nodded. His grit anchored her. Alien precision met human normalcy, lethal blend. But alarms wailed. Console flashed. New transmission from Vay's exile shuttle. Executor. Trap sprung. Irix barked orders. Guards swarmed exits. Karos smirked. Purity endures. HFY gripped Jonah's hand tighter. Vow pulsed. Choice made. But Rimworlds hid more knives. Court feeds broadcast live. Galaxy watched. Her consort stood ready. What? Normal. Waited next. Jonah scanned the holomap again. Elevator shaft. Again. She almost laughed, underestimated. Still, Captain Eric's burst through side doors. Executor, shuttle hijacked. Vay's signal leads saboteurs inbound. Saivi's mandible snapped. Secure vents, Jonah's plan. Irix paused, then nodded. Human-led. Again, Karos lunged for the dais. Seize the human. Guards tackled him. Chaos reignited. Jonah drew sidearm. Smooth. Talk terms? Or Silo 2? Sevi struck first. Claws raked an intruder's armor. Shredded. Jonah fired second. Precise headshot. Irix covered flanks. Seamless. They funneled foes to the kill box. Elevator shaft waited. Flames ready. Bond deepened. In fire. But Vay's voice hacked again, witnessed the true fall. Olos flickered. Edited again? No, live feed. Rim fleet incoming. Sciavi snarled. Counter! Jonah yelled over Dine. Purge now. Irix hit switch. Flames jetted. Screams cut short. Intruders vaporized. Court held. Karos slumped in chains. Defiant glare faded. Sevi turned to Jonah. Vow light glowed. Consort, you rewrite wars. He dusted hands. Normal Tuesday. Awe rippled through guards. Irix saluted sharper. Fleet pings. Full withdrawal. Silence fell once more. But her implant buzzed. Private channel. Jonah's Earth diplomat. Well done. Next phase. Cultural exchange. Real one. Sevi's spines warmed. Choice dared Galaxy. What normal love weaponized next? Court nobles knelt. Cheers rose. Treaty sealed. Yet shadows lingered. Vay's allies. Karos's warhawks. Jonah squeezed her claw. Ready. She was too. Palace shields hummed steady. Peace held. For now. But her mind raced. Human ordinary defied control. Addictive. Dangerous. Irresistible. Irix approached. Executor. Tribunal prepped. Joint. As proposed. Sciavi nodded. Proceed. Jonah smiled faint. Shared enforcement. No ownership. Karos spat from chains. You'll burn? Try. Jonah's calm chilled. Sciavi watched him. Underestimated no more. Vow bound them. Politics weaponized love? They'd turn it back. Galaxy dared object? Let them. Her consort chose her too. In grit and fire. Normal. Her strength. Drone scouts pinged clear. Shields full, but deep scan warning. Anomaly in vents. Sciavi tensed. Irix, secure. Captain moved. Jonah reloaded. Farm trick 3? She gripped his arm. Heart raced. War averted. Lesson just began.